Good morning. Everyone's so quiet this morning. No chitter chatter and yakety yak yak and stuff. So, hey, we've got a deal today. We're giving away free coffee. It has an expiration date of January 15th of 05, but so it's probably been in our cabinet for about 10 years. But it's free, so if anybody wants coffee. So, and all kinds of, there's apples, cut up apples. Well, but there's apples too, cut up apples. I was starting with those. Cut up apples and caramel on the kitchen table. There's nectarines, there's these wonderful pears, there's burpless cucumbers. And this is a special...
Look at all the things we can do with
Oh, that's right, yeah. What did I have, about 20 or 30 things we could do with cucumbers? I did that for weeks. So, you on the internet, if you want to do everything you want to do with cucumbers, you can go back on some of the old ones. So, but this particular pear is unique in how it ripens. Of course, all pears ripen after they come off the tree, but this particular one will always be green. So do not expect it to turn color before you eat it. Pick it up, feel around the top here. Once it's just a little bit soft, it's ready. Eat it. Okay? Is that about right? Okay, cool. So there you go. We have a couple of patron saints here by the name of George Carlin and John Lennon. And John said, you are not your emotions. You have emotions, you can master them. That was a very Zen thing to say. And George, of course, weather forecast for tonight, dark. That's George. That's George. Yep. You what?
He's so insightful.
I know, he's just so insightful. That's it. Something I would say. Something I would say. Anyone can handle a needle convincingly, can make us see a thread which is not there. I like that. It obviously has two meanings, so yeah. The people who are most bigoted are the people who have no convictions at all. The people who are the most bigoted are the people who have no convictions at all. I don't know. We could ask Gilbert Chesterton. He died in 1936, so would somebody go out there and talk to him and ask him what he really meant? To a great experience, one thing is essential, in experiencing nature. It is not enough to have opportunity, it is essential to feel it. Okay. Life is not long, and too much of it must not pass in idle deliberation of how it shall be spent. Ta-da. Okay. Oh, there's our calendar. Look at that. Our church picnic is Sunday, September 15th. Be there, be square. Please be there. Even if you forget to make something or don't do something, be there. There's always plenty of food. We're getting the pulled pork and the buns, and we'll have silverware and plates. If you bring a dish of something, please bring a spoon or something to dish it up. What else should people bring? Chairs, of course.
chairs.
Yeah, bring your drums. We'll be doing drumming the whole time there. And huh? Kazoos.
They can play Happy Birthday for me.
Oh, okay, we could bring a kazoo, which is similar to kudzu if you live in down south, but it's totally different. Have you ever seen kudzu? That is the most amazing thing. I mean, there can be a car in a field one day and a week later you can't find the car. What is that? It's amazing. Mind shifters on Wednesday. Okay, mind shifters on Wednesday. Answering machine message. I've done this one before, but I still like it. I am not available right now, but thank you for caring enough to call. I am making some changes in my life. Please leave a message after the beep. If I do not return your call, you are one of the changes. Yeah. Aspire to inspire before you expire. My wife and I had words, but I didn't get to use mine.
Amen.
Frustration is trying to find your glasses without your glasses. Sometimes. Blessed are those who give without remembering and take without forgetting. I like that. I like that. I really do. More grandparents things. My young grandson called the other day to wish me happy birthday. He asked me how old I was. I said I was 62. My grandson was quiet for a moment and then asked, "Did you start at 1?" I don't know. I don't know. But don't you remember when you were a little kid, 62, it's like, you couldn't even comprehend. Now I can barely comprehend 1. Portuguese parents of the 16th century threatened their children with the boogeyman if they didn't behave. Parents still do that today, though.
Yeah.
They called the boogeyman Coco, C-O-C-O, from a Latin expression meaning skull. No child had ever actually seen a Coco, but they knew it had an ugly face. The Portuguese traders who first arrived at the Pacific Islands found a variety of palm trees that bore a large brown nut about the size of a man's head. They were shocked to see 3 black marks on the nut, 2 eyes, and a mouth. It resembled a boogeyman so much they called it a cocoa nut. The word was soon adopted by the English and is still used by us today. So, now you know where that word came from. I'll bet you woke up this morning wondering, where did that word come from?
Why am I craving the boogeyman?
And why am I craving the boogeyman? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm going to redo the one I did last week because then it'll be even funnier for today. Pop-Tarts, introduced in September 14th, 1964, were named as a pun on pop art. Fast forward to today. Young female pop music artists with a provocative fashion sense are now referred to as Pop-Tarts. Did Madonna start that? No. Did you see how old Madonna is? I remember when she was a young squirt.
Yeah.
Goodness. Why are people in the public eye said to be in the limelight? Now I'll tell you. Invented in 1825, the limelight was used at lighthouses and theaters by burning a cylinder of lime which produced a brilliant light. In the theater, a performer in the limelight was the center of attention. Why is someone who is feeling great on cloud 9? Types of clouds are numbered according to the altitudes they attain, with 9 being the highest cloud. If someone is said to be on cloud 9, that person is floating well above their worldly cares. Anything else going on? Anybody having a big, good party next weekend or going somewhere, having fun somewhere that we need to know about?
Next weekend?
Next weekend.
It's Hippie Fest next weekend.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Hippie Fest. Tumbleweed next weekend.
Bumper shoot.
Bumper shoot? That's right. Seattle. Anything else?
Concert in Vancouver.
Okay. Arts concert in Vancouver. You want to come up here and talk to us? That's good. Good information. You know, Daryl, I was going to say something about that, and I decided I wasn't to. But now that you brought it up, school starts this week. Sorry, teachers. Thank you. Good luck, parents. You'll love it. You'll love it. When blondes have more fun, do they know it? Oh no.
We're on cloud 9.
Jan? 5 days a week, my body is a temple. The other 2, it's an amusement park. Learn from your parents' mistakes. Use birth control. All right. I may paraphrase this and may zoom through part of it. I don't know. Her diary. Tonight, I thought my husband was acting weird. He had made plans to meet at a nice restaurant for dinner. I was shopping with my friends all day long, so I thought he was upset at the fact that I was a bit late. But he made no comment on it. Conversation wasn't following, so I suggested that we go somewhere quiet so we could talk. He agreed, but he didn't say much. I asked him what was wrong. He said nothing. I asked him what that was my fault and why he was upset. He said he wasn't upset, that it was nothing to do with me, and not to worry about it. On the way home, I told him that I loved him. He smiled slightly and kept driving. I can't explain his behavior. I don't know why he didn't say, "I love you too." When we got home, I felt as if I lost him completely, as if he wanted nothing to do with me anymore. He just sat there quietly and watched TV. He continued to seem distant and absent. Finally, with silence all around us, I decided to go to bed. About 15 minutes later, he came to bed too, but I still felt he was distracted, and his thoughts were somewhere else. He fell asleep. I cried. I don't know what to do. I'm almost sure that his thoughts are with someone else. My life is a disaster. His diary. Rifle won't zero. Can't figure out why. I can see all the women out here, they're just so intense listening, like, what's wrong? What's going on? Oh, viva la différence. Men and women are so different. They are so different.
Thank God.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we like
Absolutely. Yes, we do. We do like it that way. Just take my pear and leave.